Bravo-07. You in position?
Nearly there.
Ghost is the female gaze. Gruff, into dad jokes, and masked with only his eyes visible. Suspend your disbelief, please, about how a skull-masked operative would really be treated in the military. Ghost has a chokehold on the subculture of TikTok edits. You've got cosplayers, to slideshows, to, However he was invented, I would be very surprised to hear that his design was intended to cater to the female gaze in such a spot-on way. Somehow, a mixture of luck and whatever goes on in the concept art department at Infinity Ward/Sledgehammer Games gave us a character that embodies the female gaze. How has Ghost, one of the main characters of a masculine franchise whose multiplayer mode is notoriously abusive towards women,
fucking stupid fat
become such a beloved character for shipping and the franchise's queer/femme subculture, especially when you consider that Ghost's thirst TikToks rarely have anything to do with the removal of clothes at all. Remember, cringe is dead, so I don't want to see anything disdainful in the comments, okay? The female gaze is difficult to define, but broadly, it's a term used to describe seeing someone as attractive because you look at them from a quote-unquote female perspective. Subjects are attractive not as superficially visually pleasing objects, but because their depth of character, paired with their unique quirks, makes them hot. Now, that doesn't mean that only women are attracted to these qualities, it's just a way to codify different types of attraction. Ghost is made for the female gaze, however unintentionally. Unlike other video game mask thirst characters like Pyramid Head, Ghost's edits rarely centre around his level of undress, or his muscles, or any of the typical things you'd attribute to a thirst edit. On TikTok, edits are everywhere. They're part fancam, part homage, a way to show the creator's adoration or attraction to an individual, whether fictional or not. You can find edits for pretty much any major character in any given franchise, but Ghost's ones are not only prolific, they're rampant. The unholy trinity of Ghost's female gazeness can be boiled down to his eyes, his relationship with soap, and his dad jokes.
Why don't shrimp share?
Why?
Because they're a little shellfish.
I know, it's the last thing I would have expected too, but the amount of TikToks about the delivery of these dad jokes provides data that I just cannot ignore, because I'm scientific like that. Starting at the skin level before going deeper into personality and such, Ghost's eyes are the focus of many, many TikToks. For a lot of them, you can't see anything past his chin, more so the cosplay kind than cutscenes. His design means that only his eyes are visible under his skull mask, which instead of being an impediment to his attractiveness is quite the opposite. The intensity of his eyes is the focal point of many cosplays. Cosplayers use grey and black makeup to emphasize his eyes and draw attention to them, using micro expressions to, how can I put this, connect with the viewer. I'm talking stolen glances, averted eyes, tiny eyebrow twitches, the works. It strips away Ghost to his raw emotional self, ironically while concealing his physical appearance at the same time. The attraction isn't there because he looks hot, although he does, don't get me wrong, but because the eye contact is so emotionally charged. You're pulled into a world where you and Ghost are communicating via these micro expressions. You're in on some kind of secret together, which, as well as being thrilling, has an altogether more dangerous connotation as Ghost is in the military, and let's be real, that slight aspect of danger is objectively hot. You can have these kinds of moments with any character, sure, but Ghost's face and background are an enigma, making his eyes so much more intense, as it's one of the only ways we see the person behind the mask. Ghost's level of attractiveness isn't determined by the fact that he's a man either. He's not hot man doing hot things. He's a gender-neutral person doing hot things. For example, one of the biggest Ghost cosplayers on TikTok, Raven Girl, is a woman. She embodies the female gaze version of Ghost by nailing the eye contact element, and also reflects how, due to Ghost's body armour and mask, he's very accessible to cosplayers, regardless of gender. There's this notorious exchange between Soap and Ghost about why he wears that mask of his.
We're fixing each other's problems.
What's my problem?
Mask. Take it off.
Show my face.
Yes, sir.
Negative.
Are you ugly?
Quite the opposite.
I doubt that.
As you can expect, that kind of exchange makes the female gaze girlies go feral. People are attracted to Ghost, which means they want to find out more about him, which means they are confronted with the mystery of his background, which means they get attracted to the parts of him we do see, his dad jokes. On one hand, you have the military who, to be frank, are trained to kill people, and on the other you have painful dad jokes.
Why was the strawberry crying?
Why?
Because he was in a jam?
Not bad.
Slap those hands together and you have Ghost, and it's the combination of these seemingly incompatible qualities that draw people in. Ghost doesn't care if these jokes are cringy and delivers them deadpan, and that, paired with a gruff voice at odds with the idea of a fish in an army tank, is all unexpected.
Soap, you making progress?
Aye, get in there.
2 goldfish are in a tank.
Go on.
One turns to the other and says, "You know how to drive this thing." Little army humour.
Very little.
Another.
His repertoire of dad jokes is endearing as hell. Finally, Ghost's relationship with Soap is just plain cute. They are shipped together for a reason.
Oh my god, I'm feeling so homosexual right now!
CoD Ghost Soap is the second highest search term on TikTok below CoD Ghost Edit. Ghost is remarkably tender towards Soap. Those dad jokes I mentioned, they're told to Soap. It's also pointed out that Ghost is the only person who can pull off calling Soap Johnny.
They can't call Soap Johnny.
Don't. Only Ghost can pull that off.
It's sweet, it's endearing, and yes, it serves the female gaze. That's why we're here, right? Vulnerability is a key ingredient, ripping off that hard surface to get to the soft, squidgy, caring bit underneath. They have other banter too.
We got this. Johnny, you with me?
You know I'll teach.
Chuck all of the above into a cauldron, stir it up, and you have the reason why so many people on TikTok are attracted to Ghost, continue to make edits of him, cosplay him, and maybe even indulge in a bit of illicit dad joking themselves. There are thousands more TikToks about Ghost that we cannot show in this video because they are spicy, but if you're curious, searching for CoD Ghost Edit will give you an idea of how popular they are. Ghost is a remarkable character because he is a huge part of the lesser explored fan aspect of Call of Duty, which goes beyond its mass popularity into the queer subculture that's emerged around shipping its characters. Although I am sure that the people who like Ghost play multiplayer as well, the way he's written is a massive part of his female gaze fandom, and you could see it, as I do, as an indication that people connect with how he's been written. I've been yapping about Ghost for long enough now, and justified my For You page, I think, so with that, let me know in the comments what you think about all of this. Be nice, please. I'm not here to judge anybody or to be judged myself. Please do subscribe to Eurogamer for more videos about unhinged topics like this from me, Zoe Delahunty-Light, and thank you for spending this much time with me and Ghost. Mainly Ghost. Now, I am going to go and watch some painfully pink fan cams of Ghosty Boy, so I'll see you folks next time.